talked about a lot of concerts and music lately. I thought about making a top 10 concerts that I ever been to, uh, just to give, give you guys my opinion and have a reason to make another video. uh, I'm gonna start off right away with number 10, and that would be John Mayer in 2014. It was my first time seeing him live, and it was around that time I started listening to him. It was back in Stockholm at the Globe Arena. I was excited to see him live, and I did have a great time during that concert. I didn't get a lot of footage from it, sadly, because my camera didn't have a lot of battery and my phone didn't have a lot of battery either, so that sucked. The the only footage I did get was one of my first videos ever. So if you want to look back 4 years ago, you can go and check that out. And number 9 would be The Offspring, way back in 2004. And that was my first ever concert that I actively went and bought a ticket and planned a trip to Stockholm. And I was close to the stage. I had a great time during that time. They promoted Splinter, so they played a lot of songs from that album. It's not my favorite album from them, but I did have a great time. I loved it. It was my first concert ever that I actively been to. So in number 8 would be Metallica in Rio de Janeiro, which was back in 2015. It was my second time seeing him within a month. I did see him in Gothenburg, as I said, a month before. If I have to compare Gothenburg and Rio, and which is why I'm choosing Rio, the set list between those two were kind of similar, but at least in Rio de Janeiro, they had a few songs that I liked better compared to Gothenburg. If I remember correctly, I don't have a set list on me right now. Metallica played Whenever I May Roam in Rio, and had some other songs as well that I did enjoy better than in Gothenburg. And which leads me to number 7, and that would be Metallica back earlier this year, back in 2018. I don't know why I say that, but if I have, and that would be my third time seeing him. And this time they played a lot of songs that I did enjoy, like Hit the Lights, Welcome Home Sanitarium, and quite a lot of the new songs, but they had some classics that I haven't seen before live, and I did enjoy it. So, and number 6 would be John Mayer again, back last year in 2017. I can't really talk. That's when I got used to his music, and this time he promoted his new album. At that time I didn't haven't listened to it a lot, but so some of the songs was new to me as well. And it's just now recently that I have been listening a lot to it and enjoyed it. Um, and now I do appreciate the new record. And so moving on to number 5, that would be Cedar from 2017 in Stockholm. John Mayer was in Stockholm as well. Cedar in Stockholm in September 2017. John Mayer was in May, and Cedar was in September, 2 in 1 year. And this time there was a possibility to buy a VIP pack to meet him in person, which I did, which 700 people did as well. And yes, meeting him in person, grabbing a picture, and they were freaking awesome people, the 4 of them. And the VIP got 15 minutes beforehand, so we get straight on. I have some footage on it as well, a couple of minutes, just over a minute, but the whole experience, just meeting him in person, seeing how awesome they are, and hearing the music live for the first time, it was awesome. And number 4 would actually be one of the concerts that I went to at the Download Festival, and that would be Guns N' Roses. I have uploaded a lot of footage from it. It was my first time seeing him live ever as well. And I did enjoy the hits, like Welcome to the Jungle, Live and Let Die, amongst other songs. And As You Could Be Mine, I've tried to find that one. And they did play Velvet Revolver songs as well, like Slither. Just seeing them live, considering the fact that they have been going on for a long times and still going strong, it was freaking awesome. So, and number 3 would be another band that I did see during the Download Festival, and that was Volbeat. I haven't listened to him a lot. A friend of mine did see him and recommended them, and I heard 1 or 2 songs, and seeing him live for the first time, I did see why she liked them, and it was freaking awesome. And number 2 would actually be would be The Offspring back in 2015. It was my second time seeing him. It's been over a decade since I saw him at that time. It was in London, England. It was my second concert outside of Sweden. And at that time they didn't promote any record, so they just played whatever. And they did surprise me with Session, Americana, amongst other songs as well. And this time they started off awesome with You're Gonna Go Far Kid, amongst other songs as well. And I just had a great time over there. And before going to number 1, since I've talked a lot of this band before, and this is another band from Download Festival. Hi again. For some reason, my camera can only record 10 minutes at a time. As I said earlier, before going to number 1, I want to talk about a band that I have been talking to quite a bit recently in my YouTube career, and that would be Baby Metal. I did see him for the first time. I was hyping myself up for it, and that concert, they missed a member, uh, and I've talked about that as well. But I did enjoy the concert as well. They played a lot of new songs, but uh, which I haven't been listening to a lot. I gotta admit, but I did enjoy the concert. I did see him at the Download Festival as well. And number one would be Star Sailor in back in 2017, uh, and that's the whole circumstance of that concert was freaking amazing. I will tell you the story. I stayed in line. I was there freaking early, maybe 2 hours beforehand. I was talking to other people in line as well, who actually knows their tour manager, um, and I went straight to the front. So I did see him up close. Uh, I had an amazing time. They played a lot of new songs as well. Uh, and play some other awesome songs as well. And afterwards, the people that I talked to before the concert asked me to stick around, and they helped me meet them in person, going to the after party. Uh, and I was freaking surprised. I think I have posted a picture on that on my blog as well. And as I said, that was the biggest surprise ever. Just to see him, first see him live and then see him in person, just seeing how awesome they are. That surprised me, and it kind of shocked me as well, just to see him in person, really. And those people who helped me, Kathy and Anne, they are freaking awesome. I want to thank you if you ever see this. Uh, Thank you. uh, and that's my top 10. I hope you liked the video. I hope you give it a thumbs up. And if you subscribe if you're new, and if you ever have seen these bands before, comment below and tell me what you think about them. And if you want to support my channel, you can buy some merch in the merch shop down below. Otherwise, peace.